Hola Mexico, this is Mike Chang, Associate Brand Manager for Tekken Tag Tournament 2 at Namco Bandai Games.
Hola amigos de Game Over, estamos aquí con Mike y nos va a hablar un poco sobre Tekken Tag Tournament 2 y este nuevo juego que se presentará para el PlayStation 3. Hello Mike, how are you doing?
Oh, cool. We're been an awesome trip down here to Mexico, first time for me, so it's been a great time to eat the foods and see all the sights, so and also talk a little bit about Tekken.
Okay, fine. What can you tell us about this Tekken Tag 2 tournament? What's new in this new game?
So for this series, for Tekken Tag Tournament 2, it's a completely brand new experience. It's very different from the very first Tekken Tag Tournament, but also it's different from the other Tekken series because it focuses a lot more on the versus aspect of the game. So it's all about competing against your friends, seeing who's the best at Tekken, and so it's a lot less about the storyline or story mode and more about like a tournament aspect of it, the versus. So, in order to have a really great experience in versus mode, you got to have a lot of fighters to choose from first. So with Tekken Tag Tournament 2, you got over 50 characters to choose from. So that's a massive. That's the biggest roster so far to date. Because the game's been out for so long. Yeah. So throughout all the years, you keep on introducing more and more characters. So for this Tekken Tag Tournament, we're bringing all those characters, a large majority of them, into one game. So if you have favorite characters from the past, some people loved Forest Law, JC or King, they're going to be in this game most likely. And then even after we launch the game, we're going to still be introducing more DLC fighters. And the great thing for the fans is that we know they love the fighters. They're all colorful characters. It's all going to be free DLC fighters. So like if you had heard Harada-san had mentioned that you can't play chess with all the chess pieces. So same thing with this. We feel that they need the fighters, so therefore they're going to be free DLC fighters.
Okay, we've seen previous versions of this on the PSP. How is it now on the PS3?
One of the most noticeable differences is the fact that Tekken Tag Tournament 1 came out such a long time ago. So, obviously a lot of enhancements and improvements have been made to the game, and, new characters have been introduced. But since then, what makes this a completely brand new experience is the fact that we have these brand new modes. So, for a lot of the people that have been, eyeing Tekken but haven't had the chance to kind of, get their hands on it, we have this brand new mode called Fight Lab. Fight Lab is great for beginner fighters, but it's also great for fighters that are really good at Tekken to practice on new characters. Fight Lab has this robot called Combat, and you can equip Combat with like different movesets. So say you saw JC on the cover, you're like, hey, I've never played as JC, but I want to try her moves and not get embarrassed before. So therefore, you go to Fight Lab, you equip Combat with JC's moves, and maybe you want to equip Combat with King's moves at the same time. Then you play through these really fun and challenging mini games, getting the timing of all the combos down, and then once you get really good at Fight Lab, then you can jump out of that game and then basically go into pair play mode, which is a completely brand new mode for any of the Tekken games. This one is my personal favorite. I think the fans are really going to have a lot of fun playing it. It's going to allow up to 4 players to play at the very same time. So it's no longer just 1 versus 1. You're going to have 2 versus 2. 4 independent controllers. You can also do 1 versus 2. If you think you're way better than your friends, then you can just challenge them by yourself. So you can do 1 versus 2, 2 versus 1, or all 4, 2 versus 2. So this is completely brand new to the
Okay. In this mode, can it be free for all?
It won't. I think what you're kind of referring to is more of like a Royal Rumble type aspect
4
of
against everyone.
like just every man for himself or everyone for himself. No, this one is because it's Tekken Tag still. It's like you still have the tagging aspect of the game. So like in the the Lucha Libres in those matches, one wrestler will tag another person, but he'll still hold the other one. That person will jump in, and then they'll tag team that player. So at that moment, you still have everyone independently controlling different characters, but it's not going to be just a free for all Royal Rumble match. So yeah, there's more time.
It sounds great, this new title. When can we expect this Tekken Tag 2 tournament?
So yeah, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 will be in store September 11th. It's going to be for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. There's also going to be a Wii U version coming out thereafter, so details will be coming out after.
Well, thank you. And amigos de Game Over, eso fue todo por Tekken Tag 2 Tournament Tekken Tag 2.